During winter, my skin turns really dry, so I like to switch up my makeup routine a little bit. I decided to try skipping foundation for my look. So here is my simple and quick makeup routine for winter. I start off with the Embryolisse Moisturiser. This is makeup artist's favorite product for prepping the skin, and I love it because it's extremely hydrating and very rich. Some people also use this as a face mask prior to makeup application, and it works really well. I love a glowy base even during winter, so here I am using the e.l.f. Halo Glow. I could easily wear this alone, and I love the fact that it also gives a tint to my skin. During winter, it's best to use cream and liquid products and minimizing any use of powder. I've seen many no foundation makeup looks, and it mainly consists of a full face of color correctors and concealers, which I do get. If you need that coverage, then of course you need to get that coverage using concealers, but it just defeats the whole purpose. I also like concealers all over my face, but I try to minimize it as much as possible and use it in the places that I really need it, which is my under eyes and around my mouth area. This allows my skin to breathe, and also foundation tends to make my skin feel more flaky and just clings onto any dry patches that I have. So I just use the Huda Beauty concealer, and this has excellent coverage. So it has the coverage that I would need for my under eyes and around my mouth. Whilst I let my concealer set and marinate, I like to add a little bit of blush because during winter my skin feels really pale and I look really washed out. So adding a bit more pop of color. So this was the Rare Beauty blusher in the shade Worth. As you can see, this blusher is very pigmented and I am a blush girly. However, during winter, I like my blusher to look like it's from within. So what I do, I go in with my concealer brush and I blend it into my blusher. So this really helps to make my blusher look like it's very natural, and I have naturally flushed cheeks. One thing I like to do is to make my skin feel really hydrated throughout the whole makeup application is to add some setting spray. When I feel that my skin needs a little bit more hydration, I just go with the spritz of setting spray. I'm not going anywhere fancy, so I just add a little bit of warm tone eyeshadow look, and then I'm going to go in and add a little bit of powder because I need to always set my under eyes, so I'm not going to let it bake. I use a powder puff to pick up some product and then gently pat it into my under eyes and not let it bake, because that will just make my under eyes look cakey and dusty. Prep your under eyes with the eye cream if you can as well. Adding some final touches. I've been obsessed with mascara. If you have any suggestions that I should try out, do let me know in the comments below. However, I find that most mascaras do the same thing. Now for the lips, I'm taking off all the excess product that I had, and mind you, I am a matte lip girly, but during winter I like to go for something that's a little bit more hydration. So I'm going to go in with some lip oil, and that will just make sure that my lips don't feel chapped and dehydrated. Usually I also go for glosses and try to avoid matte lipstick as possible, but it's very difficult because I just love the longevity. I hate the idea of having to reapply my lip products. So this is my very simple everyday makeup look. I feel like it's very nice and fresh and very hydrating because of all the product. Ending it all with another spray of setting spray.